Good evening, Kutztown. I'm Diana Minogue. Coming up in the newscast, Kutztown celebrates Veterans Day, and the newly appointed chancellor visits campus.
And I'm Jeff DePalma with an update on KU football and swimming. We also have Casey Montague with your Kutztown weather forecast. Newsbreak begins now.
The Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, or PASHE, has recently appointed a new chancellor, Frank T. Brogan, who paid a visit to the Kutztown campus today. Brogan hosted a forum for all KU faculty, staff, and students in the academic forum, followed by a question and answer session in the McFarland Student Union. PASHE oversees 14 universities statewide and affects over 100,000 students. As chancellor, Brogan works with the Board of Governors to create policies for the Pennsylvania school system. He has experience working in the Florida State University system as chancellor, as president of Florida Atlantic University, and in his 2 terms as lieutenant government of the state of Florida. We give Chancellor Brogan a warm welcome to Pennsylvania and to KU. To commemorate Veterans Day yesterday, Kutztown's Military Club held a flag-raising ceremony in front of Schaefer Auditorium. The flag was raised at 7:45 in the morning and was lowered again at 4:35 in the afternoon. This flag ceremony also took place at every military post in the United States and around the world, in honor of the courageous men and women fighting for our country in the name of freedom. Thank you to all of our veterans, past, present, and future. It's so wonderful that we have a day to commemorate all the veterans and the things they've done that we owe our freedoms to.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even begin to describe how proud I am to have these dedicated men and women fighting for us overseas.
Absolutely. We'll be right back after these commercial announcements.
Mic check. Airing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Fridays at 1 p.m.
Be sure to tune in Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. to catch co-hosts Devin Raventoss and Eddie Rishit as they travel around the Berks County and Lehigh Valley area, exploring some great places to visit. Camera One re-airs Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 12:30. Don't miss it!
You know, it's getting really rough having to walk to all my classes with how cold it's been lately.
Absolutely. I don't think I'm ready for winter to come yet. Let's go over to Casey Montague and see what's up with our weather.
Thanks, guys. Good evening, Kutztown. Yes, we've had some really cold weather this week, and today we'll have a high of 37, and tonight it will be dropping down to 32 degrees, so if you do go out anywhere, be sure to wear layers. Tomorrow we will have a high of 41 and a low of 24. Now for your 5-day forecast. Wednesday, we'll have a high of 41 and a low of 24. Thursday, we'll have a high of 50 and a low of 27. And both on Wednesday and Thursday, expect some blustery weather. Friday, we'll have a high of 51 and a low of 34. Saturday, we'll have a high of 57 and a low of 43. And on Sunday, we'll have a high of 57 and a low of 50. As the week goes on, it will be getting a little bit warmer, but at night, it will be getting colder. So make sure if you do go out, bundle up, and back to you guys.
Tomorrow, Kutztown University's Frederick Douglass Institute will host the Walking in the Shoes of program. The community service program will include 40 teenage students from the foster care system in the area and will be held from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. here on campus. The goal of this program is to give the young people a taste of what life at KU, or any college campus, is all about, by giving them a chance to shadow actual college students for the day. Their day will consist of visits to the residence halls and classes, meetings with admission and faculty representatives, lunch and activities with KU students, motivational speakers, and much more. In addition to these events, the Frederick Douglass Institute's Scholar in Residence, Dr. Nathaniel J. Williams, will speak on Douglass's teachings and how they are relevant in youth education today. Our very own Dr. Elysia Block of the Kutztown University English Department will join him in speaking on the journey through higher education. The program aims to increase understanding and motivation for higher education among these adolescents in foster care, to hopefully provide them opportunities for a better future. Service sorority Epsilon Sigma Alpha will be holding a bake sale fundraiser to benefit their major charity, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. For just a small donation, you can enjoy some home-baked cookies, cupcakes, or muffins, and help support young children in need of medical care. The sale will run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. today through Thursday, this week in the sub. The sisters thank you in advance for your donations to this worthy cause. So Jeff, I've heard that the Golden Bears are doing much better now.
You heard correctly. It's been a really good week in Kutztown sports. And you know what? Coming up next in sports, Golden Bear football is on their first winning streak and an update on the cross-country team.
We'll be right back after these commercials.
Choose Kutztown University.
I'm Adam, and I have your 3-minute drill on BTL.
Hey, I'm Kara, and I'll be taking you around campus for student interviews on Outside the Lines.
I'm Alyssa, and I'll be rounding up the latest sporting events on Weekend Update.
Hi, my name is Dyllon, and I have your top play of the week on BTL.
Hi, I'm Jared,
And I'm Zoe.
and we're your hosts for halftime.
Hey, I'm Haley,
And I'm Steve.
and we're the hosts of Between the Lines.
Tune in Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7.
And Fridays at noon for all the latest breaking KU sports updates.
And remember, being outside the lines only gets you the scores.
But here at Between the Lines, we get you in the locker room.
Welcome back, and it's time for another rundown on the weekend that was in Kutztown sports. We're going to start off with the football team getting its second straight win over Lock Haven by the final score of 38-17. On top of the win, Kutztown now has a new 2,000-yard rusher. Curtis Wortham became only the 11th player to break 2,000 yards rushing in the career when he broke a 34-yard run late in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Josh Luckenbaugh continues to impress as he would go 27 for 44 with a career-high 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. His favorite target on the day would be wide receiver Alex Tanis, who hauled in 7 receptions for 112 yards and a touchdown. With his 7 catches, Tanis improves his season total to 72, moving him up to second place in school history in single-season receptions. With the record sitting at 86 receptions, Tanis certainly has his work cut out for him with only 1 game left. The Golden Bears now look to end their season on a good note when they take on Edinburgh at 1 o'clock on the Hall of Fame game. The Kutztown swimming team began its season against LIU CW Post in what would be a bittersweet day. The Golden Bears would ultimately lose to the Pioneers 160-90. However, the Golden Bears now have 3 swimmers who qualified for the PSAC championships in February, with Elizabeth Metz, Jessica Blyler, and Caitlin Davies all making the cut. Samantha Scialpi had a career day of her own, posting personal bests in the 100 and 200-meter backstrokes. Her times would be good enough for 3rd place against the Pioneers, and now standing on 1 and 2 on the season, the Golden Bears will look to rebound on Friday when they host the annual Golden Bears Invitational. The Kutztown soccer team gathered together last Monday night to hear their name announced for the Atlantic Region NCAA tournament bid as a team. The Golden Bears jumped into the national rankings last week for the first time of the season. They are ranked 25th in the national poll now, marking the 6th consecutive year that the Golden Bears have been featured in the national poll. The Golden Bears earned the 5th seed in the 6-team regional, and they will take on Westchester this Friday at 2 o'clock at the neutral field of IUP. This will be the third time these teams have met this year, with them splitting the season series at 1-1. Both matchups have been decided by 1 goal, so with these teams knowing each other so well, it seems like a safe bet to expect another tough matchup. To finish things up for today, we're going to take a look at the cross-country team, and specifically senior Zach Fleming finishing the Atlantic Region Championships in 6th place. This finish launches him into the Nationals. Fleming finished with a time of 31 minutes and 1 second, helping the Golden Bears finish up in 10th place overall with 245 points. Lock Haven would win the championship with 44 points, followed by Edinburgh and then Shippensburg. Fleming is ecstatic as he will compete in one last race, representing Kutztown University at Nationals. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for today. As always, if you want to see more stats and stories, then head to kubears.com.
That's all we have for you tonight. We'll see you again next Tuesday.
For Diana, Casey, and the rest of the crew, good night.